Hello, everyone. It's Nicole, your miracle mentor. And today we are looking at A Course in Miracles, Chapter 4, The Illusions of the Ego. And we're going to look at the introduction. We're just starting the chapter, so it's a great time to join in if you haven't been here yet. So here we go. The Bible says that you should go with a brother twice as far as he asks. It certainly does not suggest that you set him back on his journey. Devotion to a brother cannot set you back either. I remember when I read this a few weeks ago, and I've read the course a lot, but going through it this time, and this part really struck me because, especially in my relationships, in my relationship with my husband, there's a lot of conflict. There's inner conflict. There's not a lot of outer conflict. We don't fight a lot, but I have a lot of conflict going on in my mind about about what's fair and what's not fair, what, he should be doing for me. I do too much for him. All of that nonsense. And when I read this, it was like, whoa, yeah, Jesus kind of calling me out a little bit here, you know. Um, I don't need to set him back on his journey. I don't need to knock him down a peg. I don't need to make sure he knows his place. And also my devotion to him, to seeing the light in him and having him feel fulfilled and joyful and know his true self, does not set me back either. Because sometimes I see things, the ego sees things as him or me, right? If he gets what he wants, that means I'm not getting what I want. And here it's saying, no, that's not true. We all are together. We're all one. So being devoted to somebody cannot set you back on your journey. That's part of your journey. So it can lead only to mutual progress. You're both going to progress. The result of genuine devotion is inspiration, a word which properly understood is the opposite of fatigue. Okay, so we don't usually think of inspiration as the opposite of fatigue. To be fatigued is to be dispirited, but to be inspired is to be in the spirit. To be egocentric is to be dispirited, but to be self-centered with a capital S in the right sense is to be inspired or in spirit. The truly inspired are enlightened and cannot abide in darkness. Okay, so not only does the devotion to our brother not set us back, it also leads to mutual progress. And then the result of that genuine devotion to our brothers is inspiration. And inspiration is to be in spirit. And it's the opposite of being fatigued and tired and all of those things that we feel in the world, right? When we're fatigued, it actually means we're dispirited. We're not in spirit. You can speak from the spirit or from the ego as you choose. If you speak from spirit, you have chosen to be still and know that I am God. These words are inspired because they reflect knowledge. If you speak from the ego, you are disclaiming knowledge instead of affirming it, and are thus dispiriting yourself. Do not embark on useless journeys because they are indeed in vain. The ego may desire them, but spirit cannot embark on them because it is forever unwilling to depart from its foundation. So what is a useless journey? To me, it means it's all those little games I play, all those little journeys I go to, like, oh, he said this, she said this, what does it mean? How can I fix this? Anything that leads me off the path of spirit, like when I'm on the path and I'm in the flow and I'm inspired and everything is going good, and then something leads me off over here and I go on a little journey and eventually I find my way back. But this over here, it's useless. It's a useless journey. Okay. And so when we are speaking from ego, we're dispiriting ourselves and we go on a useless journey. We spend a lot of time on useless journeys. No wonder we're all so tired. The journey to the cross should be the last useless journey. Do not dwell upon it, but dismiss it as accomplished. Okay, so the crucifixion, the journey to the cross, we don't have to keep repeating it in our lives over and over again. It's over. That was the last useless journey. It was done so that we don't have to do it. If you can accept it as your own last useless journey, you are also free to join my resurrection. Until you do so, your life is indeed wasted. It merely reenacts the separation, the loss of power, the futile attempts of the ego at reparation, and finally the crucifixion of the body or death. So as long as we're an ego, we're just continuing that useless journey over and over again, right? Where we're not we're in separation, we don't know our power. The ego is trying to make everything even and make everything fair and get what we deserve. And then we're finally crucified by death. Such repetitions are endless until they are voluntarily given up. So we keep doing it over and over and over again until we decide to give it up. Do not make the pathetic error of clinging to the old rugged cross. The only message of the crucifixion is that you can overcome the cross. Until then, you are free to crucify yourself as often as you choose. This is not the gospel I intended to offer you. We have another journey to undertake, and if you will read these lessons carefully, they will help prepare you to undertake it. Okay, so he's really setting this up and said, look, let's be done with this. Let's get on to the work that needs to be done. We have another journey to undertake, and it's their journey to love. And if you read these lessons, he's talking about Course in Miracles, the text and the lessons, and this is in the text where he says this. So to me, the whole thing is the curriculum. And he's saying, if you read these lessons carefully, they will help me to undertake this new journey to love. And you too, and everyone, because we're all one. So I'm excited to get into this chapter with you. It's going to be great. I hope you have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.